Hey guys, today we're making homemade meat masala powder. Meat masala powder is different from garam masala in the fact that it uses more spices. The flavor and aroma is more robust and it makes an awesome curry. If you are a curry lover, you must have a jar of meat masala in your pantry at all times. This meat masala can be used not only for meat but for poultry as well as egg and vegetarian dishes in small amounts. Adding a little bit really does add that magic of spice to your dishes. So let's get started. First, you need to pre-measure all your spices, and it's always better to use whole spice whenever you're making some kind of spice mix like this. So you need 4 tablespoons of coriander seeds, 3 tablespoons of fennel seeds, 3 tablespoons of split dried chickpeas or chana dal, 1.5 tablespoons of cumin seeds, 2 teaspoons of black peppercorns, and approximately the same amount of cinnamon sticks. So I just break up the sticks into small pieces like this so that I can measure them. 2 teaspoons approximately. And 20 green cardamom pods, as well as 20 cloves. Now I took a whole nutmeg, the spice, and I cut it in half, so we need half of a nutmeg, and 2 spice of star anise. Now the least common spice here in this recipe is going to be our cube peppers or tailed peppercorns. These look just like dried black peppercorns with a tail on them. If you can't find this, you can leave it out, but it does add a nice touch. You need 15 cube peppercorns. So we set that aside. We also need 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds and 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Both of these together go into a dry pan. We're going to dry roast them for about a minute. Just give that a stir, and we want to cover it because the mustard seeds will start to pop. Once you start to hear the mustard seeds popping and you can smell it slightly, you're done. You don't want to go too long because your mustard seeds will turn black. And make sure the heat is on a low to medium. So that's about ready. Just give it a stir once more. And to these warmed up spices, we're going to add some spice powders. Namely 4 tablespoons of mild chili powder. I'm using Kashmiri mild chili powder. It has a nice deep red color, but not so much heat. And to this we're adding 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder. Now if your pan is too hot, you can remove it from the burner and set it aside so that the chili powder and the turmeric powder doesn't get brown. Just want to stir that with the roasted spices so that it gets warmed through, and we're going to move that to a spice grinder. To the same pan, we're going to add all the other spices that we just measured. Stir till aromatic on a medium heat. This takes about 30 seconds till you can start to smell the spices. And once the spices are warmed up, you want to add 4 large cloves of garlic. Pat dry the cloves of garlic first so that there's no water, as well as 2 sprigs of fresh curry leaves. The leaves are also dry. Toast this all together on a medium heat for about 1 minute. As I'm stirring, I'm covering the garlic cloves with the warmed up spice so that the excess water or moisture in the garlic is pulled out. And the leaves and the garlic are slightly toasted as well. So now we're going to add all of this to the spice grinder, and we're going to powder this to a nice fine powder. Now you will have to do this in a couple of batches according to the size of your spice grinder. What I do is grind it coarsely in batches first, and then I return the coarsely ground spice to the grinder again in batches if needed, and grind it again till it's a nice fine powder. And I add 1 tablespoon of salt during the final spin of my grinder. Take one whiff and you will know immediately the difference between a garam masala and a meat masala. They're both very essential to any Indian cooking, and if you are a curry lover or Indian food lover, you must have both of these in your pantry. So once the spice powder has cooled down completely, you can store this in an airtight jar. I usually keep it in the fridge because of the addition of the curry leaves and the garlic. It lasts for over a month, and the total weight is approximately 180 grams once done. So I hope you try the recipe and use it in your dishes. I do use this quite often in my chicken curry or stir-fried meat dishes. So that's our homemade meat masala powder. Thanks for watching. Bye.